What? Why? Did something horrible happen? But that's another question. You wrote this question down. He bit the cop.
Okay, like what? But
Now, when I think of that, it's almost childish to be drinking.
yeah.
But you don't, under any other circumstances, you wouldn't.
All right. So
Hey,
so I
drink.
have some questions for you just so that it's not so that we can bring the unconscious part of alcohol into the conscious.
Have you ever tried alcohol?
No, that's why the questions are for you because I don't know. I'm
Unexperienced.
if you didn't drink, what would you consider yourself?
Um, a non-drinker.
And would that be like a bad thing? Like, would that mean that you're kind of just like better than everyone? And like,
Well, if you were previously a drinker, then it would make you a quitter.
okay,
No, it does have a connotation to be a non-drinker. It's like, well, I mean, it could either be like, oh man, I bet he really messed up his life,
yeah, that's the
or
only really good reason that people can think that like you were previously an alcoholic. That's the only reason they'd be like, oh, that's why you're drinking, you
or
know?
yeah, or like some people have no self-control. Like you'll see them on alcohol and they lose every inhibition. Like a switch goes off.
Mm.
I used to have a friend, and we used to say he had an alter ego, and he would get to a certain point, and there wasn't no reasoning with him, and he was gonna go on a tangent. He was gonna go drive wherever he wanted to, and he ended up getting arrested a few times. And one of the times he was in such a state, I'm saying you couldn't talk to him, you couldn't call him by his name, and him even recognize you. And he got pulled over, and at this point he doesn't look right. So I think I wasn't with him, but a cop reached in. I guess he was pulled over. A cop reached in the car and he bit the cop
Oh gosh,
right in the arm, like bad, like bit
yeah,
into it. That's great. Like some people just uh and now he didn't always get like that. He would have to drink hard liquor, the spirits. And there's the idea of calling it a spirit. And so beer and wine are fermented, but they're not distilled,
yeah,
and that gets off into alchemy, and it has meaning. It does transform fermented liquid into a spirit. And he definitely showed that spirit. It came out.
yes.
It's like a wild, restless spirit. Just
So first thing is it's alcohol, right? And you use alcohol, to like clean things. And so what happens is it kills all of the bacteria in your gut, all of the flora, the gut flora that you need. And then that can lead to leaky gut, which is where the bad bacteria can go through your gut because the whole microbiome's not there anymore. And so it just go right through your gut into your bloodstream now. A lot of other things. You really need your gut microbiome. And
I'd
then
agree with that if you were on the spirit side of things. But beer, I wouldn't say wipes out, and you can feel the difference in your gut and going down your throat. I mean, drinking a shot of liquor, your choice, versus just put your hand up.
you raised your
Yeah.
hand. Oh, I
Oh, I
think
did.
like you actually wait a second.
Oh, it did. It must have seen that. Okay, I'm gonna
That's
put my
weird.
hand down. So, yes, but then also, wine and beer are part of culture and carry beneficial bacteria, and the fact that this flora, a lot of it produces alcohol as a waste product. I mean, that's how we make alcohol.
Huh? Interesting. But so I mean, the whole thing with alcohol is like the way that it makes you like uh feel good is it shuts down your prefrontal cortex, which is the part of your brain where that's like controls impulsive behavior. So it like shuts down that part of you that's like, oh, should I do this? Should I not do this? Oh wait, I need to act right in front of these people and stuff. And it
Mm-hmm.
just turns that off. And so
Like a
that's
switch. Some
great. Like
people,
I was like so that's why but then it's like the way it does that is your liver, when it's digesting the alcohol, it has to convert it into poison first, like actual poison. And that's
Mhm.
so it's so it's kind of like, yeah, you're just kind of poisoning yourself a little bit to turn off your brain. And I was like,
Well,
oh wow, that's kind of like what? But and then the last thing was it like rewires your, or not the last thing, but it rewires your like your nerves, your nerve system, like between your hypothalamus and your adrenals. So
mhm.
so it rewires it to where you're producing cortisol, and so that leads to more stress, which this happens when you're not drinking, like during the day. So it's not like an immediate effect. It's like just
Mhm.
leads to overall more stress.
Yeah, it's part of a hangover, but it could be, a part that you often suffer when you don't have like a headache and nausea. Um, you may just have anxiety and heightened cortisol levels or whatever other levels lead to that.
Okay, and the last thing is it messes with your REM sleep, which is important for mood and just overall well-being. Yeah, it's not really healthy. So if you didn't drink, your life would be dot dot dot.
Different, maybe.
Maybe wouldn't really change.
My life would change because I would break a big pattern. It would be a big pattern break, and that usually shakes things up in this world.
Yeah. So what would others think about you if you didn't drink?
Uh, they probably think I don't know what they think. The thought comes that, oh, he needed to do that, or maybe they think, what? Why did something horrible happen? Or what? I don't know. It's really not important what people think.
So so like why do you want to drink? The big question.
That's one of the questions you wrote down.
Yes.
Why do you want to drink? It gives you a really good feeling, for a little while. It it's just got so much written into it in my story,
Hmm.
and like I've said, it's part of me because there's a bacteria that make beer, and it lives in me, which I don't know. Maybe I don't even know. I don't know. I know when we first had you, we did a like a long break from drinking and eating different types of food, and that led us on a whole path. I would have to say
Hmm.
of all, the alternative health path that we've been on, and plant-based diet and eating food that we know is less toxic, usually less toxic than other food. And
Okay.
maybe that came from that break. Could have came from that break. Well, the question was, why do I drink?
Why do you want to?
Why do you want to? Maybe it is a part of me now, and so it wants to. That's why I want to. It's like the stomach is just another brain.
Exactly.
I like it. I enjoy it, most of it. I mean, when you highlight the negative parts of it, it sounds like, what? Why would you ever choose to do that? But it can be, they say, you lose your inhibitions, but it kind of loosens you up when normally you might be a little uptight and not even realize it.
Yeah,
I
because then you're not worried about that anymore because your brain isn't that part of your brain's
yes,
not
and
on.
so I want to drink, so maybe so I won't get so uptight. Maybe I
So
drink as I'm afraid I will get uptight.
yeah, so another thing was like the like everyone who wouldn't want to not have that part of their brain on, you know? That part that's just like causing all the pain, that's like that's like telling you to telling you what to do,
Questioning everything,
Yeah,
the anxiety goes away, and maybe that's why you get more anxiety because it acts like a pendulum later on. When you're not drinking,
yeah. And I
because yeah,
yeah, and I there's definitely other ways to turn off that part of the brain, like, the magical passes says it turns off your mind essentially. And I mean there's just so much
exercise
out there that we don't really know about, alcohol's
and
just so popular. It's just kind of like,
alcohol's easy, and it seems like a control mechanism. There was one store we knew was open even during COVID, and that was the liquor store, Essential.
wow, yeah. So yeah, so it's like can you even have like an enjoyable afternoon without alcohol? Is that even like possible?
But that's another question. You wrote this question down.
Yes.
Can you have an enjoyable afternoon? Yes, I have lots of enjoyable afternoons now without alcohol. I don't always get into it in the afternoon.
Or I mean evening,
Evening. Yes, yes, yes. I can.
because I mean I know you can. It's just like I feel like some people think that they can't,
For me, it seems like it's an all or none sort of thing. If you get started drinking, then I'm going to drink because you're going to have another drink because you want to keep those effects going. And if not, you're just going to go to bed or have a headache or
Okay.
it's
So another thing I want to talk about was what's the ratio for you of how much time and money and have you given to alcohol and how much has it given back?
well, giving back. I try to let me just try to focus on that. What is it giving me?
I mean, because you're
Like
giving it,
again,
you're giving like opportunities and energy and money to it. So I
mhm.
mean, don't you think you would be doing that to get something back? Usually that's why people do that.
Can I do the thumbnail like no more alcohol? It doesn't give me anything. Nothing. Like what is that feeling that it gives you? What is it worth?
Yeah.
Could be what you're asking. And it may not be anything at all. And that's the same thing as alcohol. Our perceptions gave it those values. It obviously probably doesn't balance out real good, but my perception gave it more value.
Yeah, and that's perception is the whole thing with alcohol. That scroll down a little bit. I feel like it might not be making the experience better, but it's just changing your perception of it.
Yes, I like that. I like that in general. I think is altering my perception.
Hmm.
I find the sitting regular state, I don't know, just sort of mundane, boring.
So alcohol isn't just a drink, it's part of your identity, would you say?
Yeah, I mean that. Yeah, I mean if you just had to say it like that, part of my ego.
Yeah.
It's not. It's not like the true self.
So is that something that you chose or did alcohol choose you?
That's hard to say. I mean, I feel like I chose to do the alcohol
Okay.
as a kid. I mean, like it was a very conscious. Yes, I'm choosing it because I had to go out of my way to get it. In high
Uh,
school and whatnot. It was
so
dangerous.
the last question is, what do you think would happen if you ran a 30-day experiment without alcohol?
Uh, I hope my hair will grow back. And uh,
That could happen.
I've done 30 days without alcohol. I know what would happen. You start sleeping better. You start remembering your dreams. I get some lucid dreams going. Exercise a lot more because then I go to exercise to try to hit those neurotransmitters. The dopamine and everything. I I do that, so I get into better shape. watch less TV. I don't like TV as much if I don't have any alcohol.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. So, what do you think's a good way to summarize this video?
Like,
So I'm not really sure what I'm gonna title it, you know?
um, what is what does alcohol? I mean, what does alcohol really give you? And there's a difference between perception and truth. Your perception of alcohol really matters. Maybe just the true knowledge of alcohol, the true knowledge of alcohol is not your perception. Could be, but probably not. My brother got me my first like. I mean, I had tried alcohol like a little bit, from the fridge or something. But like the first time I just went out and like got some alcohol and got drunk. I got my brother to do it, and it was like it was a cool thing, because it's like my older brother, he's getting it for me, and now we're cool, and we still drink alcohol together. It's a
Yeah.
major thing that we do more or less every time we're together. So then you're talking about your identity. It's wrapped up in my family.
Yeah. That's kind of what I wanted to get at with the what do others think question. Like how would it like change your relationships, you know?
And I think they'd be okay. It really wouldn't matter. I know that it wouldn't matter. It's kind of like us coming back from our road trip and doing work camping for a while. And
Mhm.
you think like, oh, they're gonna feel like we were gone a long time, but people didn't really treat us that way. They didn't seem like it was really any long time at all.
Well, I mean, it wasn't really.
But it was over a year. I mean, we were gone over a year. When you
Yeah,
say
but
that, it would seem extreme now if they're like, I'm not going to see you in a year. We didn't say that at the time. We just left and said, "Well, you back." But with alcohol, it might seem like it's going to be like this thing, but it really won't. It really won't matter. I don't think it would. I mean, it won't matter as far as being able to be around them and hang out with them, do the same things we usually do while we're drinking. I just have to go to the bathroom less.
I guess why I wanted to do this video was a lot of people don't, I just feel like they didn't know that not drinking was even an option.
I didn't as a child. I mean, I started as a child, and so now when I think of that, it's almost childish to be drinking, to chase that feeling and uh, familiarity. I guess there's other stuff to do. And there's a
Yeah.
larger way to be, or a more expanded way to be. And while alcohol might have its avenues of expansion, it's probably limited. And at some point, you might you might really be constrained continuing to use alcohol the same way, at least then at the end of your life, regretting not taking a break, not stopping. It's like a train running out of control into a tunnel, and then you just got to go that one way.
It's kind of like watching TV. Like some people don't watch TV just because they don't have time. Like they're just like,
Living their life, doing all the things that they're into, creating, making things.
yeah. Then the other people, they kind of live for that for the evening relaxing time with the TV. That's just kind of what they're waiting for all day.
Well, what do you think's worse, like alcohol or TV?
Well, I think they're really powerful together because when you shut down your prefrontal cortex and then you're watching TV, especially like popular shows like Netflix on Netflix and not like weird shows, but like popular shows, they have a lot of brainwashing in there. And then tell you can't even like discern anymore because your brain's shut off. And so now the brainwashing works like 10 times better.
All right.
Same thing with like, yeah, so they're really powerful together.
And then you're out buying stuff. You don't know why.
Yeah.
Gotta have it. You just gotta have it.
Yeah, especially if there's ads, then you're really screwed.
You just start watching YouTube and you'll like become a prepper and loading up on guns and grain and canned goods. Either one, I think, can keep you in the keep you in the fear, keep you in the fear and in the dark pretty good.
Yeah, definitely. And like you said, you're like once you once you do one, you kind of want to do the other because it's you were like I don't really like watching TV with alcohol, so it's kind of like they kind of go together.
Yeah, and so then it's like gets you doubly sad for the night because you're not gonna drink. You decided not to drink or whatever, and then you're like, okay, it's nighttime now, and I usually drink and watch some shows, and it's really great. It's like feeling really good, hitting all the neurotransmitters, man. You're feeling good.
Yeah, like at the end of season 1 of Stranger Things, I was like, I don't want to watch this anymore. Like I don't want to like I didn't want to do it because it was like messing with my dreams. Like I would only have I like yeah, I've only had dreams about Stranger Things just because we watch it right before bed.
Hmm.
And so then
Hmm.
now I'm just kind of having scary dreams. And I'm like, I don't like really like this. But like the
It got you. You tried to pull away, but it was like will. It was like it was inside you,
yeah, it was
and
like
that
those two
started to
episodes I
show.
missed. I was like in my room in here and I was like, there's like four more seasons and I'm just gonna sit in here for like while they watch because y'all, they're long episodes, you spend like 3 hours and I would just be in my room.
Yeah.
I was like, there's four more seasons. Like they'd be just like watching all without me. So
Yeah.
yeah. But then now you get here to season 4 and you're kind of just like, gosh, I really want it to just be over. But
Yeah. Maybe they went a little too far along with it.
yeah.
Uh, well, we'll probably just finish it. I
Yeah.
don't know though if it'll be as much fun if I wasn't having a beer. It'll probably be fine,
Yeah.
but I could just want to cut it off. You know,
Yeah, like I don't even really like it if we don't have snacks.
I wouldn't
So
want to. Yeah, it's like you need something else to make you want to sit there, but then you kind of still want to sit through another one,
yeah.
but you don't. Under any other circumstances, you wouldn't. Family, yeah, family time. So good night and farewell.
Bye. Even if it's not ruining your life, it's not about that. It's about like whether it's improving it or just like quietly subtracting.